welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for stopping on today's video. Today we're going to be organizing and decluttering a lot of the areas in my kitchen that needed it so badly. We're going to be doing 2 of our utensil drawers, some pots and pan cabinets, and also where we put my son's baby food, so I hope you're excited. Today I will be sharing with you some of the organizational and decluttering tips that I have, as well as the items that I got for affordable kitchen storage. Before I started this organizing and decluttering process, I wanted to make sure that all of my dishes were put away where they belong, so that way I could see exactly what I had in all of those spaces, as well as clearing off the countertops and wiping them down so they are nice and clean. And that is one of the first tips that I have for you guys, is before you start decluttering an area, make sure that the surrounding area is nice and clean, so that way when you start pulling everything out, it's not too overwhelming. Today's video is Konmari method inspired, and it is full of satisfying before and after shots, so make sure you guys stick around. And I'm so excited to share with you guys that today's video is in collaboration with my friend Olivia over here on YouTube. I've been watching Olivia's channel way before I started my own channel, and I have always loved her motivating cleaning videos, and she is just so friendly and welcoming to everybody, and she posts amazing cleaning motivation. She does organizing and decluttering as well. I'm so thankful to have her as one of my good friends in this community, and I will have her channel linked down below in her video. I know you guys will love her just as much as I do, so go ahead and check her out. If you are coming over from Olivia's channel, I just want to say welcome to you and thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Melanie, and I'm a married, full-time working mom to a little baby boy named Cooper, and I love to post cleaning motivation over here on my channel, as well as organizing and decluttering, and I'd love to have you consider subscribing if you are new, and stick around. Alright, so I did pick up a few things from Target and TJ Maxx. I picked up these bakeware and lid racks from TJ Maxx. So I'm going to use this one for all of the pots and pan lids. I'm going to use this guy for all of the cookie sheets and the muffin tins and things like that. And then from Target, I picked up some drawer organizers. So I got this big guy for all of the spatulas, because right now it is so unorganized and I can't find the things that we need easily when we're cooking. So I'm going to use that. And then these smaller ones I got for like the measuring spoons and all the measuring cups and pizza cutters. So we're gonna use these for the other drawer that I have to organize. So we got a lot to get done, so let's get started. The first drawer that I wanted to tackle was the one that is right next to our stovetop, and it holds all of our serving utensils and our spatulas, and right now it is just a cluttered disaster. So I wanted to pull everything out of this drawer to see exactly what I had in here and separate it by the things that I wanted to keep and the things that I wanted to donate. And while this drawer is completely empty, I will be taking my Jaws kitchen cleaner to go ahead and totally deep clean it. And that is another tip that I have for you, is when you are starting a decluttering process, take everything out of the drawer or cabinet completely, so that way you can see exactly what you have in there and what you're working with. And now I will be using this organizer that I picked up from Target to organize these spatulas, so that way I can see exactly what I have, and when I need it, it's easy to access. And now for the reward of seeing our final product. You guys will see the before. It is just a cluttered mess and there is no system set up. And now for the after, you can actually see exactly what I have in there, and it is easy to grab. For this next drawer, you guys can see it was even worse than the first one. This is where I have been holding all of our measuring spoons and cups, but it has completely turned into a kitchen junk drawer, just full of random things that don't belong, like mason jar lids, food coloring, so I really needed to declutter this drawer. Also, we had way too many measuring cups for being a family of 3, so I wanted to pick the ones that I knew I wanted to keep and donate the others. this drawer, I did want to use the smaller organizational bins that I got from Target, so that way it can hold all the smaller items so they're not sliding everywhere in the drawer when I open it. This transformation was by far my favorite because this drawer was really bugging me for the longest time, so I'm so happy there's finally a system set up so things are not just scattered everywhere. As you can see in the before, it was a hot mess, and the after is so satisfying to see the final product of how things are actually organized so I can see exactly what I need. And here's everything that I decided to donate or give to family. And now for another cabinet in our kitchen that was really bugging me is the cabinet that holds all of our cookie sheets and our baking items. So again, I wanted to take everything out to see exactly what I had and to see how I can set up an organizational system. Be showing you guys how I use this organizer that I picked up from TJ Maxx. So I'll be putting all of our bakeware items in here to organize them better, so that way when I'm reaching for them in the cabinet, they're not just stacked up on each other, they're actually laid out to where I can grab them easily. And as you will see, when I tried to put this organizer in the cabinet, the shelf was a little bit too low, so before I could fit it in there, I had to move the shelf up. I am so happy that I picked up this organizer from TJ Maxx because now I feel like everything has a place in this cabinet instead of it all being stacked up on top of each other. And now for another cabinet in our kitchen that holds all of our pots and pans. It was a hot mess yet again, so I wanted to take everything out completely and start fresh. And you guys will see in a second, but I honestly don't think we have cleaned out these cabinets since we moved in here, which has been about 3 years now, and this cabinet was especially just full of dog hair and dusty, so I'm happy that I'm taking the time today to really deep clean all of the cabinets in our house. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. So let's be crazy. Before I completed this cabinet's transformation, I wanted to also pull out everything from this other cabinet, which was right next to it, and it had some pots and pans as well. So I wanted to go ahead and consolidate all of our pots and pans so I could see exactly what I had. That way I could see which lids matched and what I wanted to donate or keep. Everything that was held in those two cabinets. I could not believe how many pots and pans we had, so I really wanted to dive deep and really figure out what exactly we needed and what we did not need. As I said, we are only a family of 3, so there's no reason for us to have that many pots and pans, so I really wanted to be able to either donate these or give them to family members.
We're moving through the night like we're from a different star, flying over streets and our broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the leaves. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we're golden, we run till the end and we run without shame. We own the game.
And here's everything that I decided to either donate or give to other family members, and I'm so happy that I took this time to figure out what exactly I do not use or don't reach for often, so that way I could give them to people that actually need them. And now for putting everything back in this cabinet, I did want to try and consolidate all of our pots and pans in one area so that way it's easier to grab for when I'm cooking. And I am so happy that I picked up this lid organizer. It has been so useful. And now for another before and after. Here is the before. Everything was just thrown in here, and I've honestly been kind of lazy with this cabinet. And now for the after. It is going to be so nice to have this system set up for when I'm cooking so I can see exactly what I have to use. Now moving right along, here is another cabinet in our kitchen. This one is right next to our stove, and honestly it was another cabinet that has been neglected. Things are just thrown in here and there's no system set up, so I wanted to yet again take everything completely out of here to see exactly what I had, because honestly I had no idea.
We own the game, and we ride on the flames till the morning light, baby, 'cause we're dynamite. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Break all the rules, let them run and hide, baby, 'cause we're dynamite. Gonna let the world know.
When I put everything back into this cabinet, I wanted to be realistic and realize what I reach for most often, which is these bowls and strainers. So I wanted to put them closer to the front, and then for the shelf, I will be putting all of the miscellaneous items that I don't reach for as often. And now for the best part, the before and after. Here's the before. It is hard for me to reach or find the things that I need to get to, and you'll see in the after things are more organized and I can easily access the things that I need. And now it's time to put back together the other cabinet that I was working on. So I wanted to put some baking dishes in here as well as all of the bigger appliances, so that way it's all consolidated into one cabinet so it's easy to reach for. Now it is time for the final cabinet that we will be decluttering today, which is where we store all of our son's food. And as you can see, it was all just jam-packed in there with no system set up. So I wanted to yet again take everything out so that way I can start fresh and try to set up a system that we can use moving forward. And you'll see I don't take the things off from the very top of the shelf, and that's because we did already go through that previously, and since I am shorter, I wanted to make the things on that very top shelf easier to grab, so I knew everything on there was only in the very front of the shelf. And now here is everything that came out of that cabinet, which I could not believe. It was kind of overwhelming, but I knew I wanted to start by consolidating all of the items that were for my son's bottles. And I did use another organizer that I got from Target, and I have been loving using those, and I want to go pick up more so I can in the future declutter more cabinets in my kitchen, since I didn't get to them all today. So make sure you are subscribed with your bell notifications turned on, since I will be having some more decluttering and organizational videos coming soon. And now for my son's food. I knew I wanted to organize this in a practical way since we do reach for all of these items often, so I wanted to try and organize them by category. So we're going to do fruit, vegetable, and then grain, so all of the rice and things like that. And now for the final before and after. I was so happy I finally got this cabinet done. Since we do use this cabinet on a daily basis, I knew I wanted it to be practical and well organized. And now for the last few steps of today's video, we're going to be totally deep cleaning my cabinet since I haven't done it in a while, and I will just be using the Mrs. Meyer's and the honeysuckle scent with some hot soapy water so I can really scrub them down.
Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb. Think I've heard it before in a movie line. We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. I'm so curious about your life, but you're a stranger trying to hide. What I see is not you, don't deny. I wanna see the rest of you tonight. Seven of you and only one is for real. You spin me around and you make believe. Seven of you and only me. How can I trust your personality? Seven you and only one is for real. Let me be the one that makes you feel. Seven you and only me. Seven you and only one is for real. I don't know what to find, I don't know what to look for. Can you give a clue? You and your beat up guitar always seem to move me like a superstar. What's the story about you? What's the story behind that sad tattoo you're trying to hide? I think I've heard it before in a movie line.
And now for all of my appliances, I'll be using the Jaws glass cleaner. I love this glass cleaner for my appliances especially. I just feel like it makes them shine so well. I do have a discount code down below for you guys to use if you do want to check out these products.
What I see is not you, don't deny. I wanna see the rest of you.
And this is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up so I know. And make sure you go check out Olivia's channel and her video. I will have it linked down below. And I will see you guys all in the next one.
Personality. Seven you and only one is for real. Let me